Many people may be aware, in the state of South Australia, legislation has been introduced to mandate the installation of automated external defibrillators, or AEDs for short. Or defibrillators or defibs, they're all the same thing. Now that legislation, that's the first of its kind to be introduced anywhere in Australia. Other states may choose to do their own in the future, but at this stage, what we're talking about now only applies in the state of South Australia. Now, at SafetyQuip, we supply workplace safety equipment to workplaces in the state. This piece of legislation applies to many of the SafetyQuip clients. Many people may think that they have this already covered by way of an AED in their workplace. In many situations, there's more than one AED required. So the legislation is quite comprehensive. It takes a little while to navigate through and comprehend. So in order to assist with that, we've put together a one-page summary of the legislation. Now, it is just that. It's a summary of a very comprehensive piece of legislation down to one page. Read the legislation for yourself and make your own determinations as to how to interpret that piece of legislation. This is a summary designed to assist SafetyQuip clients to comply with the legislation. So I'm going to go through the main points that we cover in this one-page summary. To start off, the legislation is the Automated External Defibrillators Public Access Act 2022. As a summary, the South Australian legislation mandates automated external defibrillators, AEDs, the installation and registration in certain designated buildings, facilities and vehicles. Now this will apply to you if you're an owner or an operator of certain categories of premises and vehicles. I'm going to list each of those. Now the first one is probably the most prevalent for us at SafetyQuip. A commercial building or facility, 600 square metres or above. Now for those that occupy commercial premises, that's not a very big commercial premises. To put it in context, if you know the SafetyQuip sites in South Australia, our site at Dry Creek is well above 600 square metres. Our site in the regional city of Murray Bridge is below 600 square metres. So it's not a very big commercial premises. This will apply to you as an owner or operator of a residential apartment block, a shopping centre, a sporting facility, a pre-primary childcare, school or university, a public swimming centre or pool, a retirement village, an aged care community, a correctional institution or custodial police office, a residential park or caravan park, a casino or venue where gambling is authorised, a theatre or similar venue, and it also applies in construction scenarios. So prescribed buildings whereby construction or major works to a building or commercial land commence from the 1st of January 2026 onwards, and after completion the floor area or building will be 600 square metres or above. Or the change of use of a building or facility into a facility used for commercial purposes. It also applies for owners and operators of prescribed vehicles, meaning trains, trams and public buses. Now, the dates where this is effective from vary depending whether the organisation is government or non-government. So for government, the effective date of this legislation is the 1st of January 2025. So local government, state government, federal government. For non-government, it's the 1st of January 2026. So I'm just going to read a couple of points about that date. So by, let's say non-government, by the 1st of January 2026, we're required to install at least one AED in any building or facility with a floor area of 600 square metres and above. One AED must be installed per 1,200 square metres, for example. So this is the multiple AED thing that I was talking about. So one AED for a building that's 600 square metres to 1,200 square metres. For a building that is between 1,200 square metres and 2,400 square metres, for example, 2 AEDs would be required. The AEDs need to be installed in the prescribed vehicles that we spoke about by the date we spoke about. There's also requirements to properly maintain and test the AEDs at least every 12 months. There's also requirements on signage, both inside and outside a premises that has an AED installed inside or on the outside. And the AEDs must be registered on the SA AED register. Now, there's significant fines. This legislation, compared to many of the pieces of legislation that affect the supply of workplace safety equipment, this is very black and white. There's significant fines for non-compliance of these conditions. For example, not installing the AED where appropriate, there's a maximum penalty of $20,000 prescribed in the Act. So at SafetyQuip, we supply AEDs, we supply other types of workplace safety equipment. If you'd like help to interpret that legislation and you'd like to have information on the types of AEDs that are available, this is our specialty. We can assist with that. We have personnel that when you have the AED on your site, we can come out and we include a toolbox talk with the supply of the AED for your work crew. You know, in most organisations, you'll have your first aiders that may well do formal first aid training on defibrillators as part of the first aid training. In your workplace though, you want as many people as possible that know that the AED is there and feel confident to use it in the event that somebody suffers a sudden cardiac arrest. So the more people that know where it is, know how to use it, feel confident to use it. We have training units, so we come out and we explain what the AED is used for. We use the training unit to conduct a scenario where people understand what its purpose is and will hopefully feel comfortable using it in the event that somebody suffers a sudden cardiac arrest. So that's the Automated External Defibrillators Public Access Act of 2022, summarised by SafetyQuip. Feel free to get in touch with the SafetyQuip personnel throughout the state. We'd love to assist.